हे मनमोहन हे चतुर श्याम, हे मनमोहन हे चतुर श्याम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम। तू माखन चोर भी ग्वाला भी, मधुसूदन मुरली वाला भी। तू माखन चोर भी ग्वाला भी, मधुसूदन मुरली वाला भी। हे कृष्ण तेरे हैं कितने नाम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम, शत शत प्रणाम। तू नटखट भी, तू योद्धा भी, रखवाला भी, तू योद्धा भी। तू नटखट भी, तू योद्धा भी, रखवाला भी, तू योद्धा भी। तू करता है कितने ही काम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, 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 तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, तुझको मेरा शत शत प्रणाम, 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 शत शत प्रणाम।
अरे झूला धीरे से झूला वो बनवारी, अरे सावरिया धीरे से झूला वो बनवारी, अरे सावरिया धीरे से झूला वो बनवारी, अरे सावरिया
ॐ गणानां त्वा गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च। ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरुः स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु गुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतल्पः। ॐ पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्। नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे फुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयः प्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवैत्रैकपाणे ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः। सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्सः सुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगत्। कृष्णं वन्दे जगत्। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, 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 श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे, हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। बोलिए कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। नमः पार्वती पते, हर हर महादेव। हरि ओम। 25th verse. श्री भगवानुवाच दैवमेवापरे यज्ञम् योगिनः पर्युपासते ब्रह्माज्ञावपरे यज्ञम् यज्ञेनैवोपजुह्वति श्रोत्रादीनिन्द्रियाण्यन्ये. Please don't break this. It is not Shrotradin Indriyanyane. Sandhi is there. You can't say Shrotradin Indriyanyane. It is wrong. It is Shrotradin Indriyanyane. So break it. Don't break. It is one word. Shrotradin Indriyanyane. Shrotradin Indriyanyane. श्रोत्रादीनीन्द्रियाण्यन्ये संयमाग्निषु जुह्वति. There should be emphasis on ju. Juhvati. Aghat is there on ja. Ju, aghat is there. Dit is there of ha. You can't say juhvati. 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 Not juhvati. संयमाग्निषु जुह्वति. शब्दादीन् विषयान्यन्ये इन्द्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति. सर्वाणीन्द्रियकर्माणि प्राणकर्माणि चापरे आत्मसंयमयोगाग्नौ जुह्वति ज्ञानदीपिते. ज्ञानदीपिते द्रव्ययज्ञास्तपो यज्ञाः योगयज्ञास्तथा परे स्वाध्यायज्ञानयज्ञाश्च यतयः संशितव्रताः. Hafsa is there, where visarg is there. You cannot say yatah samshitavrataha. You have to say yatayah samshitavrataha. Where visarg is there, put hafsa there. Yatayah samshitavrataha. Again, dravya yajnastapo yajnaha yoga yajnastatha pare स्वाध्याय ज्ञान यज्ञाश्च यतयः संशितव्रताः यतयः संशितव्रताः. So we were seeing the 25th verse onwards. There are 12 yajnas mentioned, plus 1, 13 actually, because one is the Jnana Yajna. 13 yajnas, that means why, and 13th one is to tell that all 12 is for 13. All the 12 is for 13th. Shreyan Dravyamayad Yajnat Jnana Yajna Parantapa. So, what is important to know for a good seeker never misses a point to change himself is required. Moment you pick up any new point to change your nature, use it. So if you can get a new point for your sadhana, or you get emphasis in your existing sadhana, you don't miss that. Be very greedy about your sadhana. लुबुद मधुब इव तजई न पासु. प्रथम बंदव प्रथम भरत के चरना जा सुनेम व्रत जाई न बरना. राम पंकज बन जासो. राम चरण पंकज मन जासु लुबुद मधुप इव तजई न पासो. Bharatji's mind was a hungry and greedy bee which was buzzing around the lotus feet of Bhagwan Ram's. Don't read it casually. Wherever sadhana prakran comes, be very, very careful. Am I missing something in my life, in my schedule? Do I have to put something? Or if it is there, can I make it more deeper, intenser? So therefore, these yagnas are 12 sadhanas. And I will tell you, most of it are required. Any sadhana undone or not done, that means that aspect of your personality will be weaker. So by seeing a person, you can say that which yajna he has not performed sufficiently. He has performed, but quantity is less. So we saw first was Daiva Yajna, worshipping the Devata. By worshipping the Devata, you get anugraha of the Devatas. They make your life easier. They are otherwise Vigna Karata. They create lot of obstacles. When I say Daiv, it is Adhyatmik, Adi Bhautik and Adi Daivik also. So Ishwar or Devatas, Adi Bhautik means the people around, and Adhyatmik means your Antaryami, the altar in your mind. All level, nobody should be cursing me. Nobody should be. I told you when Pururava was there. Pururava, famous Pururava in our Bhagavad, he went to heaven. So Indra, he was a friend of Indra. So Indra said, okay, I'll introduce you to all devatas. बोले ये अग्नि देवता. बोले अग्नि, अरे वाह नमस्कार. बोले ये वरुण देवता. बोले अरे वाह वरुण देवता प्रणाम. बोले यमराज. बोले दूर से प्रणाम. धर्मराज. बोले प्रणाम. Kamdev came. And he didn't see Kam. Boले this is problematic. I didn't do namaskar. Kamdev and Arthadev, he did not do namaskar. They said they are the cause of problem. They cursed him. They said, now I will see that you are troubled because of Kam and troubled because of Arth only. I have got the status of Devata from God. Kam is not a Daitya. I am Dev. And after that Urvashi came, and you know the story. So Daiva Yajna means nobody should be tiraskrit. Even animals should not be tiraskrit. Always I say, in front of anybody comes, mentally do namaskar. Physically do very good, very good. If not physically, mentally offer namaskar. In Bhagavad, when shlok comes, he says from the donkey also physically do namaskar. ऐसा तक लिख दिया है भागवत में. समझे? So Daiva Yajna is very important. So internal obstacles will come in your life. You will find difficult to pass the life. This is Daiva Yajna नहीं किया है. Then second was the Brahma Yajna, where you offer your Jivatma, if you remember that. Jivatmas, your limitations you offered, your upadhis you offered, through the falsification of the mind and Chidabhas, if you remember that. This was the second Yajna. Third Yajna is called Sanyam Yajna or Samyam Yajna, जो भी बोलना चाहो. Either you say Au, 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 or you have to say Sanyam or Samyam. Samyam. Au, na? Samyam. संयम बोल लो, चलो कोई बात नहीं, संयम बोल लो. तो बोले हम क्या बोलें, कुछ भी बोल लो. आई एम लूजिंग माई संयम. So this Sanyam is very, very important. Why? Tell me Gita, where Sanyam is emphasized. Sanyam word comes where? Huh? क्या? अच्छा. Shraddhavan labate jnanam tatpara sanyatendriya. Sanyam is very important. It is called pratyahar in Yoga Sutra. I feel that any sadhana involves stopping your sense organ. First, like you are listening, first you have to stop walking. You should stop moving. More anybody can control the movement of his sense organ, I think more he will conserve power. Unnecessarily listening something, unnecessarily seeing, unnecessarily eating, unnecessarily moving the hand, unnecessarily shaking your feet. How are you? So this Indriya Chapalyam is not good. In Yoga Sutra, it is called dosh, angam ajayatvam, it is said there. In Devi Sampatti, Achapalam is one Devi Sampatti. Achapalam. So don't be fickle. Okay, I will not be fickle. That should not be there. So some people move a lot while talking. How are you? Hope you are fine. No need to move so much. I went there and too much of body language is there. He did like that. I said, what? Shant raho thoda sa. So Sanyam Agnishu means the eyes, the ears, the tongue. They are the leaking factor of all your stored energy. So no need. So when you get Tesham Tvaya Prashvasitavyam in Taitri, it said, if you go to a saint, don't breathe heavily. Otherwise, not right. When you are going there, in convocation, it was said there in Taitri Upanishad. So Sanyam means you have ability to stop your hand, leg. Because moment you do jap, you have to stop your eyes from seeing, stop your ear from hearing, stop your legs. First thing is you are stopping the flow of outer world in you. And therefore you have to control your eyes. If you don't close your eyes, you can't focus on the Ishtadevata. And when you can't put your mind on your Ishtadevata, then you cannot do longer jap because you don't get joy. You chant Vishnu Sahasranam, you have to concentrate on Lord Vishnu. Therefore, ordinary person has a small jap, 1, 2, 3, 4 mala, and that too he finishes fast and keeps on saying watch. Because he is not having the sanyam of closing his eyes. He has not done the practice. Or he has not the practice of holding or sitting for a longer time. Or not hearing. He has to see something. What affects your sadhana? Or he has to talk to somebody. He is unnecessarily eating sometimes. In non-eating hours, don't eat. Fixed hour of eating. No in between snacks. It becomes a snake in your tongue, in your stomach. So when Sanyam is not there, your energies are wasted. No need to see, no need to talk, no need to hear. So you are creating a dam in yourself that you are not allowing any impulse to come and create an impression in your mind. Therefore, pratyahar is there. So you are more composed person. Habit is there. Hari Baba was there in Jhosi. You should just see like this only. Only 3 feet he used to see. Essay. That's what is practice. So when he conducted Bhagavad Satsang, so he used to speak. Somebody said, please speak loudly. He said, come closer, I can't speak. I speak for loud, not for you. Surya Baba used to be like this. He never did like chin like this. Yes. No slouching, never. Because that is going to affect your thought actually. Yogasya prathamadvaram indriya sanyama. Shankaracharya Bhagavan says. It is a constant practice. It is not once in a while. In your room also that practice has to be there. In your room also. When not required, don't see a person. Don't talk. Don't hear. So Shrotradin Indriyani Anni. Anni means other than earlier ones. Sanyamagnishu Juhvati. Okay. This is for nivritti, especially if you want more deeper, quieter sadhana. When a seeker grows, he goes inside and finds there is more quietness in meditation. There is more quietness in jap today. And what quietness he observed for 1 minute, 2 minutes, he wants to extend it now. And therefore he has to have a habit of not allowing unnecessary reactions to come in my mind. If you can hold your hand while you are meditating, not now, don't worry, either on the palms, on the lap, or on the knees for a longer time, then only you can meditate. You have to have practice of either. Because hand will have habit. Someday you do like this, someday do like this, then hand will not have habit. And fingers have energy, so don't move the fingers. These are point. These are energy points. Whether it is the finger of the toe or the finger of the hands. Eyes are there, nose are there. So first step is this. Sanyamagnishu Juhvati. Third, this is third yajna, Sanyam yajna. Practice it. If it is not there, include it more, introspect more. Don't just say, I have no Sanyam. No, you have to increase it. That means every energy is leaking in you. You are not a person who will not be able to do sitting sadhana, meditative flights won't be there. You won't even take off. What to say of flight? That means some bigger joy I am depriving myself. Second is, the fourth is Shabdadin Vishayan Ninne. Shabdadin Vishaya. So, Anne. So means what? Indriyagnishu Juhvati. When bhog comes in your life, then I convert the bhog into non-vasanized prasad. I am not creating an impression about the thing. First is fire is Sanyam. This fire is, this sense organs are the fire, not the garbage box I told yesterday. It is a fire means it is purifier. Fire and purifier. Agni word in Sanskrit means agre nayati, iti agni, which takes forward. Agni goes forward. Agre nayati. That is takes forward. So what I am taking, please see that it doesn't create an impression. It should create a swaha vritti, tyag vritti. It creates a yajna vritti. I heard something and after hearing I felt like giving up something. I saw, therefore, in the houses they keep photograph of saints all around, or you have Bhagavan's photograph. Every Hindu house has, our house, your house, every house has a culture. Many calendars earlier had only Bhagwan's photograph. Very good photographs were there. Similarly, in Go Sukt is there. In Go Sukt it is said, let the cow be in front of me, cow be at the back of me, cow be left, cow be at the right. Let me have Go Darshan all the time. गावों में संतु अग्रता, गावों में संतु पृष्ठता, सर्वतः गावो एव संत. That means I am perceiving, perception is taking me to inspiration, renunciation, quietness. I should not, Tulsidas ji, I was telling, he was going, not many Tulsidas are there. Tulsidas ji was going, if you remember, from his way from Chitrakoot to Rameshwaram. And on the way, he saw one young boy and girl were embracing each other. They were young, and there was only a short way, so he thought how to say, they'll feel embarrassed. So he said, Andhe ko aankh do, gives the way to the blind. But this is where I want to point out. He said, this is my Sita and Ram. So Bhagwan Ram manifested, he said, Tulsi, you can see Ram in काम also. जो काम में भी राम देखता है वो हवन हो जाता है. ये संतों की महिमा अलग है, इनकी अलग दुनिया है. वो काम में भी राम देख लेते हैं. अब एकनाथ जी was going from taking Varanasi water, Ganga Jal, and going to Rameshwar. Petition was take water and offer it to Rameshwar Bhagwan. And there was no train, etc. On the way he saw one donkey was dying out. He gave that Ganga Jal to that donkey. And Mahadev expressed there only. देखो इन लोग का इतनी होते, बोले इसमें भी भगवान ही है. सो इंद्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इंद्रिय को अग्नि बताया है. एंड ऑल इज प्लूरल. व्हाई? बिकॉज सेंस ऑर्गन्स आर प्लूरल. तो संयम इज ऑल्सो प्लूरल एंड इंद्रिय अग्नि इज ऑल्सो प्लूरल. बहुवचन इज देयर. इंद्रियाग्निषु, अग्नि बना दिया, कितनी बड़ी बात बोल दिया. सो इंद्रियाणि एव अग्नयः. सी भाष्यकार, इंद्रियाणि एव अग्नयः तेषु इंद्रियाग्निषु जुह्वति श्रोत्रादिभिः. एंड नेक्स्ट पॉइंट प्लीज अंडरलाइन इज अविरुद्ध विषय ग्रहणम होमम मन्यन्ते. द अविरुद्ध मीन्स धर्म अविरुद्ध. 26 वर्स, लास्ट लाइन. That home is required which is not against the dharma. Aviruddha Vishaya Grahanam Homam Manyante. अच्छा, बहुत अच्छा है. भाष्य is like Amrit. When you hear भाष्य, it is like drinking nectar. It is साक्षात शिव जी's words. ठीक है? Not some scholar's word. This is the fourth home or havanam that we said. Nothing should impurify us. It is said that if you feel, therefore, prashchit is done if something wrong has gone in your eyes. Supposing you see something dirty, so it is said immediately go and see the sun, or offer pranam to Lord Sun, or chant Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Do some prayers so that purifying, you can be purified. अब देखो संयम कितनी महिमा है. This Gandhari had this power because she had stopped her eyes only. Therefore, she had power. If she saw first, that person will become Vajra. Because Sankalp is there. Sankalp is there. If you stop some sense organ, lot of siddhis start coming after that. सर्वाणि इंद्रिय कर्माणि प्राण कर्माणि चापरे आत्म संयम योगाग्नौ जुह्वति ज्ञान दीपते. So here it is said here, I had already said this point. Atma Sanyam. Atma medicine le lo na. Atma Sanyam. You have? You don't have, you are not brought. Keep it with you. पानी चाहिए? No water. Atma Sanyam. Here Atma Sanyam has two meanings. What I have heard from saints, they say Atma Sanyam. Atma has one meaning of mana, mano nigraha. So all the sense organ, what they are bringing inside your mind, should keep your mind controlled. Mano nigraha. Mano nigraha. But more commentators say it is a Ashtanga Yoga shlok. Mano nigraha here is secondary meaning. Primary meaning is dhyan actually. So Atmani Sanyama, Atma Sanyama. Because it is Jnana Deepite word has been used here. So I am an absorbed person. ध्यान देना इस बात को. You know, sometimes you hear a music, and while hearing music, I have seen many people, if the music is going, they close their eyes and they get absorbed into it. Absorption. That means they have gone into the self. Or bhajan is going on, it was an absorbing session. Or talk is there, it was an absorbing talk. So outer world comes in my mind. I have an altar. Whole sadhana is to create altar in your mind of your Ishta Devata. The moment you close your eyes, your Ishta Devata should be there. And if you are in the Gyan Marg, you will just feel that I am Drishta and this is Drishya. In your Ishta Devata, the capacity to drop should be there, offer is there. That is called Jnana Deepite is the adjective. Jnana Deepite is the adjective of Atma Sanyam Yoga Agno. Both are in which vibhakti? Saptami. Seventh case is there. Okay. So this is we saw. How can you take anything from outside? Supposing somebody abused. I have taken into ahankar. Then I have become impure. I have become adhyatmik ashuddha. I am impure, mentally impure. Why? Because Ishwar is forgotten. Mind should be only manifesting Lord, because mind is coming out of Atma only. So mind should not bring anatma in the mind. Bringing anatma in the mind is called impurity. So if you have an altar in your mind, that's a very important point. If you have not done sufficient dhyan, you won't have altar in your mind. अगर ध्यान नहीं किया है तो आपके हृदय में गर्भगृह नहीं होगा. So आध्यात्मिक sanctum you don't have. इसको समझ लेना ठीक से. You don't have आध्यात्मिक गर्भगृह, where you can think I am offering and I have offered it mentally. Mentally I offered in my mind. Or mentally I gave food to Lord. Mentally I touched His feet. Mentally I changed His clothes. When you say that somebody's Guru Bhakti is there, that means he can see his Guru sitting mentally in him, in his mind. There is a asana of his Gurudev mentally. Head is the Guru's place, heart is the Ishta Devata's place. Swagurunam Brahmya Hrit Pundarikam. In Kaivalya Upanishad it is said that when you are starting meditation, first do pranam to Guru. Swagurunam Pranamya. Then you go to Hirt Pundarikam, Vrijam Vishuddham, Vichintam Adde, Vishuddham Vishokam, Achintam Abhyaktam, Anantarupam, Shivam Prashantam, Amritam Brahma. Then you go there. But Hridaya Sthan is Ishta and Guru Sthan is Gurudev, is the head there. But if you have not done dhyan of your Guru or dhyan of your Ishta, so when you close your eyes, you don't see him live. When you don't see him live, you can't withdraw the mind from the world. It's difficult to close the eyes for a longer time. And all the sadhanas is you have to think of something unworldly, transworldly. You have to live a transworldly life. And when you see your Lord inside your heart, and you see whosoever is your Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Shiva, whosoever is there, and when you see him, and external stimuli, action go into him. Okay. So that is an important step. Therefore I told you Atma ma girijamatim, Atmatam girijamatim sahachara prana. ये important है. When Sita ji goes to pray, so first thing she closed her eyes in front of Parvati ji. Because your prayer won't be good prayer. Because you are not, the murti which is in temple is far away. It is at distance of few feet. You cannot jump and hold the murti. But who is in your heart is very closest. So outer murti is just to take away attention from other object, and ultimately you have to see inside. There you can stay for a longer time. And this was Sutikshnaji's sadhana in Ramayana. He saw Bhagwan Ram so much that Bhagwan Ram was standing still, he couldn't open his eyes. Dhruji could not open his eyes when Vishnu Bhagwan came. Imagine that. The tapasya means that you have developed one focused thought where outer impulses dissolve. You have a dissolving thought in you. Ego is not a dissolver, it is a scatterer. It throws you out. It makes you a scattered personality. It is extrovert, what you say. I'm not using the word introvert because introvert used in a negative sense also. Somebody is not talking about is very introvert. I don't know what the mean introvert. Antarmukhi is a better word in Sanskrit. Antarmukhi is there. So if you have not made an altar of your thought, altar is not there, then you external things, you hear a word, you hear good words, supposing somebody praises you. You cannot close your eyes and say, Bhagwan, it is your praise. You cannot, Atma Sanyam, that Jnana Deepite will not be there. Therefore, Jnana Deepite means Dhyana Deepite, well lit by your meditation. It has been lit. It is not a Jad Murti. It is not an inert Murti. Vivek Vijnanena Ujjwal Bhavam Pradite. देखो कितना अच्छा ये श्लोक है. Ujjwal Bhavam. Ujjwal Bhavam means well kindled. Conviction is there. If you don't have this murti in your mind, you cannot do inside sadhana. And if you are a Gyan Margi, then you have a Drishta. Therefore I said you can't be both at the same time. You get confusion there. You can't be on two boards at the same time. So this was 27th Atma Sanyam Yoga. So Atma Sanyam Havan is there. Don't use this Sanyam is different than that Sanyam. That Sanyam is restraint. And this Sanyam in absorption. This is restraint and this is absorption. Both are different. Okay. For me all are same, I feel. Then next, this is 5 are over, 5 or 6, 5 are over. Now we are going to 25, 28 verse. Bhagwan is in a hurry. He put 5 yagnas in one shloka. Well, जरा fast करते हैं, let me increase the run rate. From day after tomorrow we have Bhagavad, let me increase. So, Bhagavan has put 5. Dravya yajna, Dravya yajna, Tapo yajna. Please note, Dravya yajna can be Bahubrihi and can be Karmdhare, both samas. बोले what is Karmdhare? Dravya eva yajna, ये भी हो सकता था. But it is Bahubrihi here. Can you tell why? Bahubrihi refers to third padam. Dravya yajna means that for whom Dravya viniyog yajna yesham, for whom giving the object is called Dravya yajna is the name of a person. Dravya yajna is the name of a person. And there plural is there, so yesham is there. Dravya viniyog yajna yesham. Te dravya yajna. So dravya yajna means giving of the object is the yajna for whom. These people are called dravya yajna. They offer object. Object includes money also. Something external, eatable, dhan, dhanyam, food. Don't say food. In South Indian they say food. Did you eat the food? Not food. Food. So, द्रव्य यज्ञ. देखो भाष्यकार क्या लिखते हैं, तीर्थेषु द्रव्य विनियोगम. विनियोगम मीन्स चैरिटी डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन. You are distributing the object. And at different place, fruit is different. In Tirth, there is bigger fruit of doing charity. And all the beggars, I think they have known this fact. Therefore, outside temple, there is a big line of the beggars. And each temple, more populous temple, more you will see a lot of beggars are there. And they are asking. They have not read Gita, etc., but they know the essence of Jnana. So, Dravya Yajna, when you go and you offer, Bhashkar writes, Yajna Buddhya, underline that. बहुत important बात बोल दिया. Here, Yajna means Ishwar Buddhya. Don't think I am giving to beggar. I am giving to that God in the beggar. 100 times I say this point. Don't talk to a person. Talk to the God in the person. Then you will get blessings from everybody. Animal will also bless you. Bird will also bless you. Of course, Guru will also bless you. Anybody will bless you. Don't think that I did not get blessings. आपने दिया नहीं है, आपको देना पड़ेगा. I always say the way to Ishwar is through Virat. If you have not served Virat sufficiently, so if you have not given object, so something object will be taken away from your life. What you have not given comes as deprivation. I told also earlier. You are deprived of some object, of situational deprivation you will have. Because you didn't contribute situationally. So Yajna Buddhya means I am offering something. If you have money you can offer, if you have clothes you can offer, if you have water you can offer, if you have fruit you can offer, and if you have sunita chavani, if you have good speech you can offer good speech. Something you can always offer. ऐसा नहीं, you cannot offer. One person was there whom you all know. He was in Gujarat and he went to somebody's house. So they were all karyakarta. Hungry, he said hungry. So the person, somebody called him because he was also from the same group. So he gave some half roti and nothing else was there. No vegetable, no chutney. and little milk, half katori milk was there. And the one who called he had a child, he was looking intensely at the milk. That means he took his milk and gave. So ultimately when he saw that he took him, I think then he gave the milk to that child. Child gulped it. He was so hungry. But half roti he had always to give. He said, see, I have only one roti, half is for you. And half we will divide. He was our Prime Minister who went to have this. And then he thought, this was in 82, 83. And then he thought that so much of poverty is there, and therefore people should be emancipated. We need a system we can remove all these things. So, द्रव्य यज्ञ, कुछ दो आप. They say if somebody comes in your house, at least offer a water. If you can't offer a water, offer a seat, right to you. If you can't offer a seat, supposing you have offer a mat. If you are so poor you have no mat, at least with your hand do like this. Please sit. ऐसा है. ये यज्ञ है. Only I have no money, nothing. Then next, if you are poor, then do tapo yajna. See the next year. Only I have no money, nothing. Then do tapo yajna. Yajna, dravya yajna, tapo yajna. Tapo yajna means self-chosen pain. Self-chosen, scripturally prescribed, Guru-blessed pain, so that you leave something lower and go to something higher. Habit of taking some pain. Pain of walking barefoot. This is why you go to Vaishnavi Devi or you go to Kedarnath. Or you go parikrama. We do a lot of parikrama in Vrindavan. Oh my God, so much pain is there sometimes. Last 6 kilometers. You can see how people walk. अब मरे अब लगा अब गिरे. क्या परिक्रमा वृंदावन की? अच्छा, अब गए. अरे राम, सामने बोलता अरे राधे राधे, अरे राधे राधे भैया. And some are so fast, you wonder how they are walking. पट 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 पट. And यहाँ तो एक कदम चलने में साला अब जान गई तक गई. राधे 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 राधे. स्टार्टिंग में बड़े जोश में राधे 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 राधे. हाँ, till Jatipura where conspiration is there. राधे राधे जय श्री कृष्णा. After Jatipura राधे 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 राधे. After 12 kilometers राधे 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 राधे. After 17 kilometers राधे राधे. जान नहीं है कि राधे राधे हो. तब करो थोड़ा सा. Self chosen, scripturally prescribed, Guru blessed, pain taken for some higher goal and leaving something lower. याद रखना, बिना तपस्या के कोई व्यक्ति even he cannot pass 10th class. एक बच्चे, when a child also goes in the school, he may be class 1 child. Big poor thing, he has to get up early in the morning. He has to be taken bath. Then his mother scolds and puts her shoes. Then he is taken to the bus in the school. You see how the children go in the school? They are not late. Gate is closed. 7 o'clock or 6:30, whatever is there, gate is closed. इन्हीं के पहुंच गए, डांट पड़ जाएगी. Holding their bottle and the small bag, they keep on walking. Small children, tiny tots. And the mother is saying, go. वो बेचारा छोटा सा बच्चा, hardly 4 years. वो जाता है स्कूल में, क्लास में बैठ जाता है अपना चुपचाप ऐसे कर. बैग निकालता, अपने बैग से कॉपी, चिल्ड्रन टेक योर कॉपीज आउट, दिस इज कॉपी, टेक इट आउट। बेचारे पढ़ते हैं, हम लोग भी पढ़े ऐसे। वो भी तपस्या है उसकी बेचारे की। 6 घंटा, 6 आवर ही इज देयर। नहीं तपस्या होगी तो आप क्लास 1 नहीं पास कर पाओगे। फॉरगेट अबाउट स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ। स्पिरिचुअल लाइफ यू आर गेटिंग टू गेट गॉड। You are going to go for off all पुनर्जन्म will go away and you can't pay. पेन नहीं लगेगा आपको। सुबह उठना पड़ेगा, जप करना पड़ेगा, पूजा आएगी, क्रोध सहना पड़ेगा। somebody's anger you have to bear, your anger you have to drink, your calm you have to drink, your anger you have to drink. भाई emotional तप is there. I felt angry but I have to dissolve my anger. This is my emotional तप। शक्नोति इह वय सोडुम पराक शरीर विमोक्षणात्, वो तपस्या हो गई हमारी। I felt like talking but I won't talk on this issue. I don't want to be angry. I felt like expressing calm but I won't express. I felt like sleeping but I won't sleep. My time is over now. नींद आ रही but I won't sleep. थोड़ा सा सोल नहीं, उठ जाओ। अब whole day head will ache. Let the head blast. उठो। तब साधना होती है। साधना बिना जो जिद्दी नहीं होते अपने साधना के साथ, साधना नहीं कर पाते। बहुत जिद्द चाहिए। भगति पथ हट नहीं सटता ही, हट चाहिए। नहीं, हमें पूरा करना ही है। आई विल नॉट ईट फूड अनलेस आई कंप्लीट दिस। आई विल नॉट ईट, आई डोंट डिजर्व द फूड। When body has not taken me to God, why should body be fed? No way. When mind got angry, why you did? You should not have anything. You deserve punishment. कुछ नहीं मिलेगा तुमको। बिना तप के तो कोई भी व्यक्ति, you cannot get out of your smallness. If anybody, you can see negativity in any area, that means in a particular area he has not gone through that tapasya. Supposing somebody is chanting wrongly, he has not done tapasya of chanting properly. एक तपस्या होती है चैंटिंग में। वैदिक चैंटिंग इज नॉट प्रॉपर और गीता चैंटिंग इज नॉट प्रॉपर। He has not gone to the pain of improving his chanting. संस्कृत की तपस्या से नहीं गया है, गुरु के साथ रहने की तपस्या से नहीं गया। He has not gone through the tapasya of pleasing the guru. जहां भी in any area your tapasya is not there, that is your disturbing area. There you have stopped blessings from the devatas. Tapasya invoke the blessings of the devatas. So agar if you don't have Bhagwan, therefore he gave Dravya Yajna. At least you do this first. Start distributing water for ये सब। तपस्या मुश्किल हो जाएगा। At least you don't have, at least then do the tapasya. Leave gross, then you can leave subtle. To leave food is easier than to leave काम क्रोध. At least start leaving gross things. But I have money and I don't leave, and I have no money, still I don't do tapasya. Dhanvantam adataram nirdhanam cha atapasvinam. Somebody is rich, but he doesn't give donation. And somebody is poor, but he doesn't do tapasya. Ubhau ambasi moktavyam. Both should be taken in the sea and thrown. Ubhau ambasi moktavya. ऐसा श्लोक। बोले, but supposing it doesn't drown, gale badhva mahashilam. Put big stone on his neck and drown so that it doesn't come up. गले बद्वा माशिलाम। तपस्या भी नहीं करते हो, दान भी नहीं देते हो, तो क्या किस लिए आप जी रहे हो भाई? द्रव्य यज्ञ makes you closer to Virat. And tapo yajna makes you closer to Hiranyagarbha. Because you have a shining mind now. The Kam Krodh cannot go without the austerity, without the vows. The very tapasya means I take a vow, I have a nischay. And after having a nischay, I try to follow it. In following it, I will have problems. I will have problems. Why? Because I have my swabhav. I have my own nature. And therefore next he says Yoga Yajna. Madhusudan Saraswati writes in his commentary. He said that only lot has been talked about, Pratyahara has been talked in that third Yajna. Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi has been talked in the fifth Yajna. Pranayam has been talked in 29 shlok. Then what is meaning of yoga? Then he said what has not been talked. Parishesh, unmentioned. What has not been talked? Yam Niyam Asan. I told. Yam Niyam Asan has not been talked, and therefore here meaning is Yam Niyam Asan by the meaning of yoga. Because they should not repeat it. Yam Niyam Asan Dharana Dhyan, Pratyahar Dharana Dhyan Samadhi. That all has been taken away. So why you are talking about yoga yajna? Already is being talked about. So Dravya Yajna, through Dravya Yajna, you please the sthul jagat, bhautik jagat, bhautik God, living gods. Bhut yajna you do, atithi yajna you do, manush yajna you do. Out of the five yajna, one is Bhut Yajna, Atithi Yajna, Manush Yajna. If you have not gone through the processes, you will be stopped in between. Spiritual will be difficult to follow. Go ahead. बोले हमारे घर में allow नहीं कर रहे हैं. They don't allow me. My husband doesn't allow to come in the satsang. My wife doesn't allow to come in the satsang. I'm so busy with my child. हम सत्संग में आ नहीं पाते स्वामी. क्या करें? आपने विराट की उपासना नहीं की. यू आर अ गेट क्रैशर. सेवा करो आप. बोले हम आए थे. आई केम समहाउ. बाहर आए. माई हस्बैंड ब्रोक ऑल क्रॉकरीज इन एंगर. All the vegetable he threw out. He banged the door. He was not opening the door. कैसे आए हम? And when I come, I always think he must be angry if I go there. घर में अंदर किसी का मुंह फूल जाए कितना खराब लगता है. To live with somebody in the house, if somebody, husband, wife, they are upset. It's so difficult to live in the house. All must have experienced. सत्संग क्या हो गया? फिर तो हो गया आपका काम. It is all planned. Our wife is there, she doesn't allow. Husband came to satsang, wife is not allowing. Wife is very upset. She is not talking since last 3 days. बोले जाओ वहीं क्यों नहीं रहते? Go and live in the ashram. Swamiji will give one room. Go. Lot of rooms are there. Kartik block is there, Narayan block is there. वहीं रख जाओ. सत्संग जाते हैं रोज. हो गया 1 दिन चले गए, 2 दिन चले गए, रह के आश्रम पहुंच जाते हैं. बड़े गीता की बात सुनते हैं. करना धरना कुछ नहीं, गीता की बात सुनते हैं. नारी मोई संपत्ति नासी, मूड मुराय भय सन्यासी. नारी मोई संपत्ति नासी. तुलसीदास जी से somebody's wife died. मूड मिराए भय सन्यासी. ऐसे नहीं होता भैया. There is no shortcut. If your satsang life is hampered, if your association with Guru is hampered, if you can't spend time, if you can't come, if you can't hear, or if you can't go, understand, somewhere some debts are remaining. वो डेट है, आपको नहीं आने देगा वो। आप खाना खिलाओ, आप प्यार करो, आप सेवा करो, थोड़ा सा प्रणाम करो सबको। Don't think you are here, it's an accident. I am here, it's an accident. There are many who could not come. They want, but they cannot. Can't. Dravya yajna. Don't take for granted anything. It has come with a cost. Nothing is free. It is not Delhi system. हाँ, सब चीज की कॉस्ट है आपको। लाइव सत्संग की बहुत कॉस्ट है। You have paid, and as much as you have paid, to that extent satsang will be there. Otherwise you will be off. After that it is over, exhausted. तप नहीं रहेगा तो फिर तप यज्ञ नहीं किया किसी ने तो फिर he will not have conquer on it. There will be not inner brightness in his mind. काम, क्रोध, ईर्ष्या, द्वेष, झिक झिक, पिक पिक, टिक टिक, टिक टिक, खिक खिक, ये सब चलता है। लगता है कि व्यक्ति तपस्या नहीं किया इसने। He never controlled his anger, never controlled ahankar, never controlled calm, never controlled certain thing in life. That means inner brilliancy is not there. Inner brightness is not there. Surrender is not there. Seva is not there. That big vritti are hidden. I have to bring it out by tapasya. सेवा में एक तपस्या होती है, खड़े रहना पड़ता है, बैठना पड़ता है. You have to wait, you have to do, you have to keep on cleaning. You have to keep your mind okay. And serving means you are detached. First thing is bring your mind and give it to me. When I went to the ashram, first challenge was no home communication. No phone was there. No mobile. No letter. Imagine. Cut all communication. Forget about seeing. I did not see my mother for few years. First we live for so long, then abruptly don't see at all. And Diwali is coming, Dashara is coming, Bhai Dwej is coming, Rakhi is coming, all festivals are there and no relative, nobody is there around. कष्ट होता था, दुख होता था, याद आती थी. But Gurudev was there. Okay, we'll go through it. फिर वो खत्म हो गया फिर. If you can go through that process, you come out very shining bright, then no attachment. Attachment खत्म हो गया. फिर नहीं आती थी. But first time when Diwali came, first time you got a shock. बोले क्या हुआ? कोई है नहीं. Nobody is wishing happy Diwali. Nobody is giving any sweets. Nobody is talking to you. You are having temperature and nobody is asking also how is your pain? क्या दर्द वर्द है? I had no clothes. 2 sets were there. No shoes to walk. No shoes, no jacket, no sweater. For many years I had no sweaters, no jacket, no shoes. लेकिन भगवान का नहीं, भगवान जो देंगे ले लेंगे. I will not. Mind was full of joy. That was the best thing. When you choose the pain, then if it was poverty is different and tapasya is different. Poverty is enforced from the prarabdha. Tapasya you choose. I have chosen not to take it. I have chosen not to put the sandals. I have chosen I will not purchase it. I have chosen not to have money. Money was there. I could have brought the money. But I have chosen not to have bank account. ये मेरा विकल्प है. तब makes you brighter, makes you surrenderer, makes you available. Other person you are an asset. Because your mind has brighter thoughts, some surrendered thoughts, seva thought. You have conquered your kam, krodh, ahankar, lobh, irsha. So your mind is it is very available mind. It is a bhogya mind. I can enjoy your mind. Come, let us sit and talk together. Because I will enjoy your good thoughts. It's called the tapo yajna. Time is over. We'll sing it tomorrow. Om Har Namah Parvati Pate Har Har Mahadev. Shri Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan Ki Jai. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे। हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, 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 हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद। हे नाथ नारायण